All right, let's dive into a really powerful algorithm that's kind of secretly running your life, from your GPS to your social media feed, it's everywhere. It's called Breadth First Search, or BFS for short. And by the end of this, you're going to see exactly how its simple, systematic approach solves some amazingly complex problems. Okay, picture this. You're standing in the middle of a massive maze. You've got to find the exit, but not just any path. You want the absolute shortest one, right? I mean, you could go down one super long corridor and hit a dead end, only to find out a much shorter path was right there at the beginning. So how do you search in a way that guarantees you find that best route without getting hopelessly lost? Well, that is exactly the problem BFS was built for. So, to solve our maze problem, we need a strategy. We can't just wander around hoping for the best. In the world of algorithms, searches are broken down into different types, and knowing the difference is, well, it's everything. Now, searches really come in two main flavors. You've got your informed search, which is kind of like having a compass in that maze. It has hints telling it which direction is generally better. But then you have BFS, which is what we call an uninformed or blind search. It has no compass, no hints, nothing. Its power comes from something else, pure methodical thoroughness. It checks every single path at its current distance before it even thinks about taking one more step deeper into the maze. So, you're probably wondering, how does this blind search manage to be so dang effective? The secret sauce is in its core strategy and the incredibly simple yet brilliant tool it uses. The whole engine behind BFS runs on something called a queue. And honestly, it's exactly what it sounds like. A line. Think about a checkout counter. The first person who gets in line is the first person who gets to check out. This rule, first in, first out, or FIFO, is what guarantees that BFS explores everything fairly, one layer at a time. It's that simple. Okay, so let's put this into practice. We're going to walk through a search step by step to see how this whole queue system really works its magic. Our journey starts at, well, the starting point, which we'll call node A. The very first thing we do, we add A to our queue. That's it. Right now, it's the only one in line. And now the process really kicks off. We serve the first item in line, which is A, we take it out, or dequeue it, and we look at all of its direct neighbors. In this case, that's B, C, and D. Then, we add them to the back of the queue. So A is done, and now B is at the front of the line, ready to be explored next. Okay, following our first in, first out rule, who's next? It's B. So we take B out of the queue and add its neighbors E and F to the very end of the line. Now look at our queue. It has the rest of the first level, C and D, and now it's followed by the start of the second level, E and F. And the pattern just keeps on rolling. C is next up. We take it out and we add its neighbors, G and H, to the end. The queue is getting longer, sure, but look how organized it is. It's perfectly holding all the nodes level by level. And this right here is the most crucial takeaway. This is the whole point. Unlike other methods that might dive way, way down one path and get lost, BFS is systematic. It explores everything at level 1 before it even looks at level 2. It's like ripples in a pond spreading out. It always finds the closest stuff first, which is the secret to finding the shortest path. So this process of taking from the front and adding to the back just continues. The algorithm will methodically work its way through D, then E, then F, and so on. It leaves absolutely no stone unturned at its current depth before it moves on to the next one. It's incredibly thorough. So, we've seen how it works, but how good is it really? Let's give BFS a little report card and grade its performance. First up, is it complete? Oh yeah, A+. Because it checks every single possibility. If a solution exists, BFS is guaranteed to find it. No question. Now, is it optimal? Yes, with a little asterisk. It will always find the shortest path in terms of the number of steps, but only if each of those steps has the same cost, like in our maze, where every move is equal. All right, let's get just a little technical for a second and talk about its performance, or what we call time complexity. In the world of AI, we write this as O of B to the power of D. It's just a fancy way of telling us how much slower the algorithm gets as the problem gets bigger. So what do those letters mean? Don't worry, it's simpler than it looks. B is the branching factor, basically the most neighbors any single spot in our maze has. And D is the depth, how many steps away the exit is. That tiny d up there as an exponent, well, that's the catch.
It means the time and memory BFS needs can explode exponentially, which can be its biggest weakness on really, really big problems.
So knowing all this, its strengths and its big weakness, when is BFS actually the right tool for the job? Let's look at where it really shines. BFS is your absolute go-to when finding the shortest path is your number one goal. Think about Google Maps, finding a route with the fewest turns, or LinkedIn showing you the shortest connection to a potential contact. And because it explores level by level, it's also perfect when you want to make sure you find an answer without getting stuck in some deep, infinite rabbit hole. So the big takeaway is this. Breadth First Search is this really elegant, systematic explorer. Sure, it might be blind, but its methodical, level-by-level approach guarantees it finds the closest, shortest solution first. It is working away behind the scenes in so much of our digital world. So the only question left is, where are you going to spot its influence next?